Don't you just love the scent of fresh picked lavender from the fields? Thank you so much for coming in today. I'm so glad that you can make it. My name is Hiraya, and this is our shop where we make candles and a lot of other good stuff. So I'm just happy that you're here today and that you're here to watch us make some candles and make candles together. Why don't you make yourself comfortable, have a seat, feel right at home while I make you a cup of tea. Okay, this right here. So I pre-boiled the water for you because I knew you were coming. Before we get started, which tea would you like? We got these beautiful lavender, came from the field, and we also have these hand-picked chamomile. Can only imagine the amount of work it takes to pick them one by one. So which one? Lavender, chamomile? Can't decide. I know it's hard. Why don't we do both? Let's do both. Okay. I'll put them on this tea filter. And it says here that this tea filter is unbleached and totally chlorine free. So I just really like the box that this comes into as well. So why don't we get some of the tea here? It's a little smaller than I had imagined, but I'll see. I think this will work. Perfecto. Chamomile is my favorite tea, if you've ever wondered. Some people ask me what's my favorite tea, because I drink a lot of teas on my videos, and I absolutely just love chamomile. So I'll just break apart some of the stems here. Make sure that you get the flowers. You may hear a gentle crackling throughout this video. That's the sound of our candles that we had made already. Oh, this just smells so delightful. Would you like to try smell it? Oh, it's really rejuvenating and very calming. That's why I like lavender. It's just such a beautiful herb. And if you stick around later, I'll read you a little bit of a story about lavender in my book. So I think this will do. So we'll just take this, put this a little bit out of the way. Okay. And oops, sorry about that. Let me just. There we go. I really love this beautiful pot. It's very vintage. Just reminds me of being in a cozy cottage. Okay, I'll just put this chamomile away. Okay. So let's stir this a bit. Oh, because this chamomile and this lavender is so fresh, it just immediately steeps nicely. So I'm just gonna pour this, move it closer to you. here you are. I hope you enjoy. Nice and steamy. I'll put this here so that you can reach it. Okay. Now, what we have here is our coconut soy wax. It's 100% natural, and I really love the blend of both soy and coconut together. Coconut especially is one of my favorite things to just coconut water to drink or to put on my skin, the coconut oil in my hair. And I also grew up on the Pacific Islands, and we have a lot of coconut over there, and every time I smell coconut, it just reminds me a little bit of a piece of tropical paradise, especially in a cold autumn day like today. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up for you. That's beautiful. Oh, it just smells absolutely lovely. Okay, so the first part of the candle making process is melting the wax. So this is the wax that we have here. It's a nice slab of wax, coconut soy wax, and we're going to break it apart in smaller pieces so that we can put it in the double boiler. And then from there, we're going to put the carefully selected wooden wicks from British Columbia individually into our glass vessels. And then once that's centered and done, then we go back to our wax and then we pour them into the vessels. And then we just wait for it to harden and we have your candle. So let's go ahead and start breaking this. Okay, I really just love the way this kind of just breaks apart. For this one, so that's a bit easier for me to press my weight on it. Put this to the side. Okay. There we go. So I just try to break the wax. It's very relaxing and very therapeutic to just kind of feel this. It's very the wax is it's very silky. That's what I'm trying to say. It's very silky, so that it almost feels like a very thick cream. So I can only imagine. Just imagine like a coconut oil. With a little bit more thicker consistency because it's mixed with soy. So this wax is 100% vegan. We really try our best to be ethical in our practices. Make sure that our products are not tested on animals and that they're good for the environment. There. It's like cutting a slice of cake, doesn't it? This is the frosting. It's so nice. There we are. Oh, this is gonna make us a lot of candles. Closer look at how feels really good. Alright, well, why don't we get this into the boiler? Here you go. Do you want to take a closer look to it? It's really, really nice. Alright, why don't we get this into the double boiler? I'll see you in a bit. Perfect. So, welcome to our shop. This is where all the magic happens, and my friend Janessa and I have been working really hard for you to bring some of these new candles in. We've been talking about making them for about a year now, and over the summer we got some time to relax and finally be able to get these babies to you. So we worked really hard to find the perfect formula to make sure that our candles are not only non-toxic and good for your home environment. We've personally selected these wooden wicks. This is how they look like. And these wicks come from British Columbia, Canada, and it's quite a beautiful place with so many evergreens. We wanted to source as much of our products locally and as environmentally sustainable as possible. So we went ahead with the wooden wicks because we don't want any lead in our products, in our candles. So this is how it would look like. This is being burnt a little bit. So how you would start this off is you would just trim it so that it's about 1/4 down. And the thing that I really love about these wooden wicks is that they produce a really beautiful sound. You'll hear them in a second. And it's a very, for me, a very cozy sound. It reminds me of being in some cabin fireplace. It's really good for people who don't have a fireplace. Do you hear that? Here, I'll put it right here, right on your ear. Wonderful. So, these candles are made with 100% natural coconut and soy wax. So, that's just a little bit about these. So now I want to show you how we actually make them. So that's exciting. So I have some jars here. So today we're going to just make the unscented one. I am very sensitive to scents. I have a lot of allergies, so these are some of my favorite ones. Although we have different scented candles, I really like these because although it's unscented, because we're using the coconut soy wax, it produces a very, very faint hint of coconut scent. And I don't know about you, but I love using coconut oil in everything for cooking, on my skin. I grew up on the islands with a lot of coconuts, so we had them everywhere. So every time I light these candles, it just reminds me of a little piece of home. And in a cold winter day or a cold autumn evening, that little hint of coconut just brings a little bit of tropical warmth into any environment. You can kind of see them. These jars are food grade jars, so you might notice that a lot of jams are stored here. And the reason why we selected this is because not only is it heat resistant and you can reuse it to make food, but you'll notice that the flame is cozily tucked inside, so that whenever you're outside, say on your patio, trying to enjoy the last bit of sun, like when there's a strong wind that blows, it doesn't turn off the candle. So I really like that for that reason. And it also comes with a beautiful lid which you can seal so that, you know, the dust doesn't collect on the wax. We don't like that. And it also preserves the scent of your candle. So that's why we chose these jars. They hold about 7 ounces of wax, which can burn for over 40 hours. So these can go a really long way, and they're really cute. So that's why I love them. So why don't we go ahead and the first thing we're gonna need to do is we're going to need to put the wooden wick in. And so I'm just gonna move these closer here. So we were just about to start putting the wicks in, and I wanted to make sure that this vessels, these really beautiful vessels, are nice and clean to make sure that there's no dust. So how many would you like today? Let's make a couple. These jars are also safe in the microwave and the dishwasher if you don't like to do manual things. Perfect. And good. So we have these really cool stickers that we use. So first we're going to attach this. Together, like so. Try not to break, oh, here we go. Try not to break the wick. Gotta be really gentle. And then we're then going to place these stickers. To do double-sided. They should be double-sided. Yeah, I got that. Okay, 1 second. There first. There we go. Okay. And here's the tricky part, is making sure that it's at the center. So I've got to really use your imagination here, and voila. Perfect. Yeah. Maybe you can double check for me, make sure that it's in center. I did my best. So the reason why I love making candles is that they're so relaxing. So now, yeah, why don't we do that for a couple of them? Just gonna precision here with this. Okay, there we go. Stick it right in the center. So again, with my James Bond shot. There we go. That looks better, right? Take a look. It's at the center. Perfect. Okay. This is really meditative. And today we're making the unscented ones. I'd like to find out from your side of things, what kind of scents do you like? Maybe if you could post it on the comments below so that we can make some for you. Wouldn't that be nice? Right now we're in the process of making some other scents. We really like lavender because it helps people fall asleep. And I know a lot of you are watching this video because you are relaxing as you fall asleep. So other than lavender, we also have vanilla is a really popular scent too. And vanilla, if you didn't know, is actually an orchid, and it originated from Central South America, where it was used by the Aztecs in their chocolate mixture, making a very, probably the first hot chocolate. And that's where it comes from. Cacao, which is chocolate, comes from the tropics. And then they mix the vanilla, which produces that really sensual aroma. That's the reason why vanilla is so popular, is that it's just very gentle and very light, and it's very sensual actually. Vanilla is, has been shown to be an aphrodisiac, meaning that it can help someone feel more vigor. Sometimes the mundane routines can make us feel dull. So vanilla has that kind of uplifting aphrodisiac effect. The other scents that we are introducing are a little bit more exotic. So we have neroli, which is a type of citrus, very similar to bergamot, which really is such a wonderful heart opener. Bergamot is a very citrusy but floral scent that just makes you feel light and joyful. That's why I like neroli. We also have this bamboo antique scent, which reminds me of being on a silent retreat in a Zen Japanese garden, surrounded by the sounds of the birds and the mists in the morning. every season we come up with a limited scent. So for this season, which is autumn, we have the pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin spice scent, which I know is really popular. And we have another blend called autumn, which has apple, cider, and oak. It smells delicious. Okay, good. So we have now the wicks in the jars. I guess the next step, according to the little booklet here, is to pour the candle. So that's what we really pride ourselves in, is all of our products are handmade and hand poured. So in order to get this wax to melt, we need to double boil it, which can take some time, but again, everything that matters takes time. It's a very meditative experience. So what I'm actually going to do here, just to protect our table, is I'm going to take a little sheet of paper. So I have this beautiful linen. Which, by the way, we are also adding a cotton, organic cotton holder for the candles with the purchase of a candle care kit, which includes the so let's just place this here so you can actually watch that dry, harden. Also, it's kind of a very meditative thing to watch this thing pour and harden on its own accord. And that's what really inspired the bamboo antique scent, was this: how can we make our experiences more meditative and ritualistic, kind of like a tea ceremony. Which is meant to slow us down. Here's another one. Really careful attention. Made the perfect amount. So let's use this wooden plank. There we go. To wait for the next batch to boil. And what we do is we just wait for them to harden, and then we can use this wick cutter, which comes with a candle care kit and matches and organic cotton to hold your candle. and we'll just use this to cut it, just like I showed you in the beginning. But thank you so much for stopping in today. Before we end, I wanted to just thank you for subscribing to my channel. So if you haven't done so, please do so, and that way you'll get notified when a new video comes up. I really love listening to what you have to say, and the best way to do that is to write a lovely comment into the comments below, and you can also turn your notification icon. I wanted to read to you a little piece of this book called Magic and Medicine of Plants, talking about one of our scents, which is the lavender. So if you stick around if you want to. It says here that lions and tigers in zoos grew docile from the scent of lavender water. The 20th century herbalist Maud Grieve noted, "Indeed, lavender has long been recognized as a sedative." In 16th century England, women and men had spicy smelling flowers quilted into their hats to comfort their brains. Herbalists prescribed the essential oil extracted from the flowering stalks for head pains, apoplexy, and cramps. Most likely, it was lavender. It was lavender's reputation as a mild tranquilizer for easing tension that accounted for the hard-working Queen Elizabeth I's fondness for lavender. Conserve an old-time medicinal preparation made by mixing the flower and sugar. Over the years, physicians prescribed lavender water, made, for example, by steeping the flowers in wine to dispel intestinal gas as a gargle. Victorian ladies kept lavender water or oil handy to sniff just in case they felt faint. Lavender is best known, however, as a fragrance. Early Romans scented their bath water with lavender, and the plant's name probably comes from the Latin verb lavare, which means to wash. But its use as a perfume began as the ancient Phoenicians and Egyptians, and continues to this day. Lavender oil is a popular scent in toilet water, l'eau de toilette, perfume, parfum, soap, savon, and other toiletries. The flowers are often dried and made into sachets for linen and lingerie. So I hope you enjoyed that. You can also purchase these candles by following the links below. They'll be posted there. I'm so glad that you're back. Our candles have finally finished hardening, as you can see. Look at that beautiful, remember the wax that we just cut up? Now it's in here. And so they're finished hardening, and I'm so glad that you're back. While you were away, I've taken the liberties to put the individual scents in, so that way you can try which scent appeals to you the most. So why don't we start with this one. So welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here, and while you were away doing your thing, our candles were hardening, as you can see. See that? It's a beautiful, clean look. And while you were away doing your shopping, I've taken the liberties to individually scent them, so that way you can smell for yourself and try them out and see which one appeals to you. How does that sound? Sounds good? Perfect. Okay, well, why don't we start with this one? This one is I like to remove my glasses when I smell things so that I isolate just one scent, and I recommend you do the same or have your eyes closed. So this is vanilla, and remember we talked about vanilla earlier? Why don't you go ahead and give it a sniff and see if you like it. Yeah. I really love the scent of vanilla because it's, as again I said, it's kind of invigorating and light and very sensual. So, what do you think about the vanilla? You like the vanilla? Oh, great. Okay, so why don't we cut this for you? Oh, I'm gonna take the right clip right here. See? Okay, we're gonna take our clip right here. So it's very important that whenever you are lighting your candle, that you clip your wicks 1/4, so that way you get a really nice burn. All right, here we go. Perfect. Here you are. You see that? It's a beautiful, beautiful straight cut. Okay, so you like the vanilla. Why don't we'll put the stickers after. I know you like the vanilla. This one is, really popular right now. This is neroli, and neroli is a type of citrus, and it's, again, more reinvigorating than vanilla. It's very fresh. It has that kind of very fresh scent. As I said, similar to bergamot. That's really kind of, it opens your heart. So why don't you take a smell and see if you like this? See if you can get a whiff. Oh, okay. What do you think about the neroli? You like it too? And okay. So why don't we, I'll clip it for you. Lovely. Alright, so that's the neroli. Next we have, this is, when we're talking about fresh and invigorating, this scent smells like, imagine being in a Japanese Zen garden drinking matcha tea surrounded by a bamboo forest. This is our bamboo antique, and a lot of people have told me that it has a little bit of a masculine scent, whereas the others are more floral. This is more masculine and it's very grounding. So I'll cut this one. You can think about how I look like that. Okay, perfect. Okay. The last one. I think you'll like this one, but before we go to the last one, why don't I introduce to you our limited edition scents. Just for this autumn, we always like to come out with individualized scents for the season. So these are special autumn candles. And why don't I give you some coffee to smell so that you can reinvigorate your senses. after a while, your scents begin to get mixed. Oh, that's some really fresh coffee. Okay, why don't you smell that? See? Okay. It's better? Good. Perfect. Okay, so why don't you close your eyes and take a smell of this? I won't tell you what it is, but then you can take a guess. Should smell really familiar. Ready? Okay, close your eyes. What does that smell like? It smells like Starbucks? Yeah, well, that's because it's pumpkin spice latte. It's everywhere right now, and there's nothing more cozy than drinking a pumpkin spice latte in the autumn, and this is why we created this. I love the meld of cinnamon and nutmeg in that spice. Give it a little bit of warmth in the autumn. And this one maybe is a little bit more tricky to guess. Why don't you close your eyes again and see if you can smell it. Can you tell what that is? I know, it's tough. This one is called, it's very fruity. It's apple cider with oak. So we call this one autumn because it's like drinking hot apple cider. Again, very cozy. So you can pick which drink, or in this case, which candle scent you like. So why don't I go ahead and cut those for you. So again, these are our two, just limited edition, just until the end of October. And last but not the least, I think you're gonna like this one. This is the lavender, and it's one of my favorite scents because it's so good for going to sleep. I'll cut the lavender for you. What do you think about the lavender? Good? Okay. So which scents do you like? Lavender. Okay. Lavender. So I'll put lavender aside for you. Okay. And you also like the pumpkin. Okay. I'll keep the pumpkin for you. And today we actually have a special promotion where if you purchase three candles, you get the fourth one for free. So would you like to see if there's a third one that you like? Okay. Alright. So which one? Vanilla. Okay. Vanilla is a really popular one. And then you get one for free. And just as a special gift for us. I know it's a hard decision. So remember, we still got the neroli, the bamboo, and the apple. The bamboo. Okay. Yeah, the bamboo is really calming. Okay, good. So why don't I put the lids and the stickers on these, and then I'll ship them over to you. Okay, we'll put these guys aside for now. Put these here. You can see them. I just love the texture of wood. It's unfinished. Okay. So I'm gonna get my glasses on for this. So the first one is we got vanilla. I really like the lavender. Lavender. We got vanilla, pumpkin spice, and the bamboo. Perfect. one is called Bamboo Forêt. Stick this on here. There we go. Bamboo. So this was the vanilla. See if we can center that for you. I'm so excited for you to try these. Vanilla. Okay. Next we have pumpkin spice. Sticker pumpkin spice sticker. That makes a really fun sound, doesn't it? Sticky. There we go. Pumpkin spice. Okay. Do you see that? Okay. Okay, now lastly, lavender. I know this is your favorite. Luckily where we are, lavender blooms in the summer, so our lavender is nice and fresh. And there we go. Okay, there's our lavender. And just because I know you really like this lavender, I'm gonna actually rename the lavender just for you. I have to get a purple marker here. Can you guess what I'm gonna call it? Yeah. Okay. Here. Yeah, this is gonna be our ASMR candle, and I think you're gonna really enjoy lighting this just before you go to bed. The crackling sounds. This is a perfect example. The crackling sounds is really, really audible and very calming, kind of like a fireplace in a cottage somewhere in the lavender fields in France. Good. So I'm gonna put these now in there. Now in your containers to be ready to be shipped off to you. So I'll just pack these for you to be ready to be shipped to your home. I'm really excited for you to try them. Here you go. Thank you so much for your visit today. I really, really enjoyed your company. I hope that you've subscribed to my channel if you haven't done so, and hit the notification icon so that way that you can be informed where we're going next. We've got lots of amazing videos coming for you, and I really, really love if you could comment on a comment so that I can know what kind of scents you're interested into, what are some of your fall favorite things to do in fall. I also have a Patreon if you'd like to support me there, patreon.com/Hiraya. be all in the description below, as well as where you can purchase the candles online. Thank you so much, and I'll see you